Sports at Night is recorded in front of a non-existent studio audience. Is this on? Is this on? Okay, awesome. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Sports at Night. Real fans, real talk. As always, I'm your host, Todd Knight. And I got Jevon Superman Miller joining me. Thank you guys, wherever you may be watching and however you may be watching.
Just call me Jevon Record-Breaking Breeze for this episode.
Really?
Yeah.
Really now. Okay, so the big topic of conversation here right now is about Drew Brees. Right. I never see you wearing a Saints jersey, but I think it's appropriate that today you are.
Yes. First off, I got mad love for Mr. Brees. He broke, as anyone who watched this show would know, Peyton Manning is my favorite quarterback of all time. And there's only one guy that I would respect in breaking his record, and that's Drew Brees, man, because I think like that's the closest thing to Peyton that I've seen. You know what I mean? As far as being a class act and a great football player, you know?
Yep. As always, of course, I mean, who sponsors our show?
Oh, they do McMurray.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah.
Paul McMurray State Farm.
Paul.
Where the only thing better than the policies themselves is the service you'll be provided with.
Yes,
and what else does he have that we all love here?
That hair, baby.
Gotta love the hair.
Woo! I'm still trying to get my hand on some of that mousse, Paul. I'm gonna get some of that mousse, baby.
Okay, so you're dying to do the do.
I'm dying to do the do, baby.
All right, I'm dying for the Drew. So we're gonna swing over here to the man who makes record-breaking a breeze. I'm talking about Drew Brees. Yes, indeed. The New Orleans Saints quarterback has in the span of a mere quarter eclipsed two legends in one quarter. That's amazing to think about. Brett Favre and Peyton Manning. And it's amazing to me to think about the fact that if you really just stop and think for a second. I mean, you know, what back in 2006, the colossal butterfly effect that took place. He leaves the Chargers, doesn't go to the Dolphins, ends up going to the New Orleans Saints instead. Now, it's interesting and kind of ironic and a little bit amusing nowadays to think about it. But the man whose name is Breeze comes to be a savior of a team that just got devastated by a hurricane.
Right. And not only that, for his name to be Breeze, his ascend to the quarterback Hall of Fame wasn't a breeze. You know, we got to think this is a man who was supposed to not play football ever again.
Yeah.
That gruesome injury to his shoulder was supposed to end his career. And not only did he come back, he came back bigger, better, badder than ever.
No
you know
doubt.
What I mean? And he definitely makes it look like a breeze.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's a fact.
I mean, the guy's short, small. I met him. I mean, he, you know, but dude, he plays like he's 10 feet tall.
Yep. He's no bigger than me.
Right.
Seriously.
He really is. I mean, he's really not a very
just
big
an
guy.
just an average sized dude that's having gargantuan effects on not just the league but the record books.
You know who I thought would have been a lot like him back in the day? That dude Garcia from the 49ers. Jeff Garcia. I really thought that Garcia would be doing what Drew Brees is doing right now.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They're both average height and average size quarterbacks, you know what I mean? That with heart, you know, and
right.
I really thought old Jeff Garcia would have been a record-breaking, hard-nosed quarterback just like Drew.
Yeah, I can see where you're going with that from at least that perspective.
Oh yeah.
I think that Jeff Garcia was a little bit better as far as, you know, with his feet.
Yeah.
A little bit more, athletic in that regard. But Drew Brees clearly more accurate, has the better arm.
Way more accurate.
And most definitely sees the field better in spite of, his short stature.
Right,
which is amazing. I mean, you have these linemen in front of you that are 6'4", 6'5", and you got the D linemen that are really about the same size, and they've got their arms up to try and swat down a pass, and he's still able to get it over them. It's amazing to think about that.
And a lot of it has to do with field generalship and also making sure that your players run the route that they're supposed to run.
Field generalship. That is absolutely the word of the day, and I'm loving every minute of it.
Yeah, thank you.
No doubt. We have some footage, I think, to roll of Brees, and there's a lot of things that we could sit there and go through here. I mean, there's so much footage to sit there and cipher through, but I thought it would be great to sit there and highlight specifically his record-breaking night that he had against the Washington Redskins. Now, the Redskins, coming into this game, I mean, they were very much in the hunt for to actually be a surprising NFC East winner.
Their defense played horrible this game.
Yeah, and that this game right here absolutely was the most complete game that the Saints played all year, and for a fact that the team was very energized by the potential of that moment that was going to be. It was inevitable. It was just a question of how soon would it come on this night.
Oh yeah. Well, it was just only 201 yards, man. Brees man.
He can throw that in half, no problem.
Man, he throws that in his sleep, dude. I think he throws 201 yards every night before he goes to bed. Mm-hmm. So I knew that Drew was going to kill it. But I just didn't realize how stanky the Redskin defense would be. And I say stanky with respect because they funked up the place, man. I mean, this dude did whatever he wanted to do. Look at this. I mean, this is literally doing what you want to do with a defense. What was the secondary?
Picking them apart with surgical precision. Where in the hell is Josh Norman at?
Yeah,
dude, he got absolutely just roasted. This is it. This is the play right here where history is made, and I mean everybody goes ballistic.
I mean, look at that pass, man. I mean, that was just. I mean, God, Jesus. That was about as whack as one can do it.
I know.
Man.
I mean, just taking candy from a baby, if not even easier than that.
When Peyton broke the record, I remember his pass was actually contested by the 49ers defense, but he just, Mr. Precision just slid it past him and hit Demaryius Thomas right in there. Just a wee little bit. Hit DT right in the hands, baby. It was a beautiful thing to see. Yep. And for Saints fans, this was a beautiful thing.
It absolutely was. I have a friend who was actually at that game that night. Being able to witness that moment.
Okay.
Lethan McGee. I'm going to go ahead and throw you a shout out, dude. So be sure to like this because I mean I've thrown your name out there for everybody, so you have to like it now, right?
You better love it, Mr. McGee.
But I mean he was going crazy, and you could hear the fans and everything. I mean just from the perspective of being in the stands.
Right.
And he's like, history. He's going nuts. He's just screaming history, just left and right all over the place. And I'm not a Saints fan. I mean, I'm throwing that out there. But
really?
No, I'm not. But when you think about the respect that this particular player deserves to have, because I mean he's and I'll throw another shout out here. Chris Stice. I'm gonna throw one out to you. He said the other day, one of the most underrated players in NFL history. And I have to agree with that. Because whenever you think about all the achievements that Drew Brees has gotten, people don't really think about him as an all-time great, even though the numbers completely disprove that.
I think Drew's biggest problem, he got two of them. His size is one. That's a big problem. And the fact that he's doing what he's doing with the New Orleans Saints, a team that was made to be a joke for a long time.
Rather than a, quote unquote, big market, big name team.
Exactly. If he would have stuck with the Chargers and was doing the same exact stuff with the
Especially
Chargers.
knowing that they're in LA now.
Oh, man, absolutely. Oh, dude, he would be blown up out of proportion. But we're talking
Completely
about
immortalized.
We're talking about a team that barely gets airtime, and we're down here in Louisiana, man. We barely get to you barely get to see a Saints game. If the Saints
Good apple juice.
If the Saints and the Cowboys playing at the same time back in the day, guess what team they were going to play?
I'm going to go with the Cowboys.
Absolutely. They would play the Cowboys without a doubt. They wouldn't even think about showing a Saints game. They'd be like, Saints who? Cowboy game.
Who dat?
Who is that? You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying, man. So he brought a franchise that was bookie to just being just this powerhouse. I mean, that's always in a playoff hunt. That's always in a Super Bowl hunt every single year, man. Mm-hmm. Every year. That's astounding. And you know what? I gotta tell my story. I've had a chance to meet this guy. I did 2 commercials with him. And,
really?
Yes, I did 2 commercials with this man. And I am a thespian. If you guys did not know. You know, I enjoy doing this with my boy Sports at Night, but I actually, got a little IMDb action going. You know what I mean? I have done some things.
I'm happy for you.
Thank you. and actually, you guys can look up our commercials on YouTube. They're right on YouTube. Y'all go in there, check them out, man. Advocare, Drew Brees. I had the honor of doing 2 commercials with this man, and he was probably one of the most humble people I've ever met in my life.
Awesome.
Very humble, quiet, soft-spoken, and just, he has a majesty about him. I love him, dude. Big up to you, Drew. Thank you. I'm a Broncos all day, every day, but I'll wear this for you, man, because you deserve it, man. Only guy I would approve of taking Peyton's record is you. Just know that, because I definitely wouldn't approve of Tom Stanky Brady doing the same thing. Ugh.
I thought it was really big how Peyton Manning actually went about addressing Drew Brees breaking his record.
Oh yeah,
very professional, very respectable. That was very cool.
I still like the way Brett Favre went about addressing Peyton for breaking his record. Brett Favre was actually in the woods hunting, doing a video in the woods in full camouflage gear, sitting underneath the tree waiting to shoot a deer, and he basically just, it was like a phone call, like, hey Peyton, good job. Thanks for breaking my record. I'm finna shoot this buck. You know what I mean? Like, that's true Brett Favre right there, man. That was cool. But Peyton gonna do his in a classy way though. Peyton
it happens
class,
like that.
Man,
By the way, that absolutely just lovely, oh so amazing secretarial kind of voice that you just heard. Mm-hmm. That's my wife, aka the producer and director of the show, Hazar Knight.
Believe
I love
that.
you, baby. And thank you for chiming in. I definitely appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Gotta love Hazard, man.
Absolutely. How can you not? Seriously.
Hey, man, the magic don't get made unless Hazard do it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. For all the lovely graphics and everything that you guys get to see, it is because of Her Majesty. Now, one of those teams that we talked about that had a chance to really be a kind of a front runner in the NFC East, the Washington Redskins. Mm-hmm. They're kind of on the downswing, at least for the moment here.
Absolutely.
They're sitting at 2-3.
Yeah.
A lot of teams are having losing seasons at the moment.
Having trouble.
So that kind of just begs the next question here. Who can turn their season around right now? And I mean, it makes sense that you would look at the NFC East in that regard. I mean, it's very, very, very tightly contested right now. Had it not been for the Thursday night debacle that just happened, which we'll get into a little bit more detail here later in the show, the Philadelphia Eagles would have a losing record. But them winning that night against the Giants pushes them to 3-3, so they're sitting at 500 right now.
Super Bowl champs having trouble this year.
They've already lost as many games as they did all of last year.
Yeah, they're struggling this year.
They haven't 5 games in the season.
Yeah.
Of course, the Giants, I mean, they're... Well, I'll dive more into that later, believe you me. But I'm going to kick this one off to you first. Who do you feel like has the best opportunity to turn their season around and possibly even make the playoffs?
Well, I'm going to go, and this probably won't be a surprise to anyone. I'm going with my Denver Broncos.
Okay. All right.
And I'm going with them because...
Why the Broncos?
I'm definitely going to tell you why. Right now, we're sitting in a division with a powerhouse Kansas City Chiefs team and an emerging Chargers team.
Yeah.
But regardless of what people say, if they go back and they watch that Kansas City game, we had that game won. And we lost it basically on a missed pass from Case Keenum to Demaryius Thomas. And I blame that on basically them not knowing one another.
Okay, so you feel like that in that particular instance, it was a chemistry issue.
It was a chemistry issue.
They just don't have their timing down.
That's all. And that's just because...
What's the excuse for that, though? You're 5 games into the season. You had preseason to work together.
Right.
You had mini camps in the offseason. How in the hell would you not have the timing right with each other at this point in the season?
It's just still woes, man. Team still has to... Our offense has to build an identity. And it still hasn't just built this identity. We still have Old Faithful over there doing this thing, Emmanuel Sanders. He's gonna be Old Faithful.
You know what? I was kind of down on Emmanuel.
I have some footage that we can show.
Oh, nice.
Oh, good job. Yeah, look at that. You know, man, I'm telling you, man, Emmanuel is the man. He's gonna be your Old Faithful.
He's the Emmanuel.
Yes, and he's going to catch the ball if you put it into his direction. Demaryius Thomas, we don't know what's going on. But here's the thing right here, man. This is what I'm saying. With all that being said, we could have beat Kansas City, and we still can beat Kansas City. We still have a Super Bowl winning defense. We just have some new components that's in this defense that got to get used to working with the old components. Case Keenum has to learn this offense, and he has to run this offense. Case has to believe that this is his team, and as much as I love Case Keenum, I don't know do he really believe that this is his team. But he has to believe that this is his team, man. And once he take him underneath his belt and just really get in there, man, I think we're gonna be okay, man. And Vance Joseph and them has to also help out with the play calling. Be more aggressive, take more shots, use our running game more effectively. If they do all these things, because we have a slew of great running backs, man. Booker is awesome. Kinsey has just came out of nowhere and shocked the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do really like Philip Lindsay and and Royce Freeman. They've got a stable.
We got a stable of running backs, man. Yeah. I mean, we can.
There's plenty of Broncos in the stable. And we're looking at the running back core on that, and they're plenty good enough to be able to have success. It's just a matter of, like what you were saying, the play calling, making sure to establish some kind of balance on that offense. And people, I feel like they do need to respect the run because of the stable of backs.
Make them respect the run.
Yeah. The defense is there. You don't have to worry, I don't think, so much about that.
Our defense is going to do their thing every single game. Right. Every game. You know, just like what's going on over there in Jacksonville right now. The defense is the consistent thing in Jacksonville, man. Their defense is going to do their job. The offense isn't producing. That's the thing that's what we're facing right now. Our offense got to produce, man. It has to produce, and we got to quit losing to these Rudy Poots. We should have never lost to the Ravens. You know,
the Jets. We
should have never lost to the Jets.
And watching that particular play right there, I can't help but sit there and make a reference to that. How in the hell does Lyle Powell get over 200 yards on the ground,
man,
for the Jets? The Jets, Jets.
You know,
that was a franchise record. And
every defense has.
I like the Orange Crush. I like the no-fly zone. But where in the hell is the run defense at?
Every defense has a bad game. We still got Big Derek Wolfe in the middle. You know, he's still orchestrating what's going on. We can stop the run, but I think that game against the Jets was just a bad game for the defense. It was just a bad
Everybody's
game.
entitled to a bad game.
We're entitled to one, but they should be able to have a bad game. Some of those games that we lost, we shouldn't have lost, and the defense should have been able to have a bad game and it not be so bad.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It not affect us so much. So I'm not mad at our defense. Vaughn, Chubb, Wolf, y'all, Harris, you guys good with me. Y'all always solid with me, and I won't blame that loss against the Jets on you guys. Our offense got to step their game up because we got too many good players over there on that offense for us not to be getting our thing done. And we can turn our season around as soon as the offense turns itself around. Advance, better play calling, man. Get your shit together. Excuse me, we got a disclaimer at the beginning of this thing, so I'm letting you know. Get it together, baby. Quit playing around. Let's go Broncos. Let's get into at least get a wild card because we know Kansas City getting in. So let's get a wild card. Come on, guys.
But the interesting thing is Your team laid an egg against the against the Jets.
Yes, indeed.
So did the team that I'm about to talk about a little bit here.
Come on, bring it, baby.
I'm going to go with the Detroit Lions.
Oh, yeah, DT.
I'm going to go with the Detroit Lions here.
I like it.
And what I'm seeing right now, yes, I know they lost a heartbreaker against the Cowboys. Yes, I know they really had a very questionable end result against the 49ers in week 2.
But they're a battling
But
team,
you take
man.
away those 2 games that are very, very, swing of the fence kind of deals. They dominated the New England Patriots.
Yes.
They dominated the Green Bay Packers.
I definitely have footage for that.
Oh, do you? All right.
I
Roll
bet
that
you do,
beautiful
yeah.
bean footage in. Let's go with it. Look here. Okay.
They're always in the game, dude.
They are always
in the game.
And for the first time, really in his career, Matt Stafford has a legitimate running game.
Yes, he does.
And of course, I'm talking about my boy, Kerryon Johnson, the 2nd-round pick out of Auburn. I absolutely love the pick. This right here, that was a bogus, actually a bogus call. It went in Detroit's favor.
Yeah.
But whenever you have a gift that's put in front of you, you got to capitalize on it.
Right.
Whether it's right, wrong, or whatever, you have to capitalize on it. And Lions teams of the past have not been able to get these moments that are gift wrapped for them.
Very true.
This is a little bit different now. Matt Patricia, he's got himself a bye week to sit there and prep for 2 teams that are coming up on their schedule. All right? The first of which is the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah.
That's a winnable game.
Very winnable.
Next up, the Seattle Seahawks. That's going to be at Ford Field. That is a winnable game.
It's going to be a fight, but yes, it's going to be a very winnable game.
So, with that being said, coming out of that, they can be 4-3.
Yeah.
7 games in their season.
Oh, yeah.
Then comes the meat of their schedule. They still have to play the Bears twice. They still have the Vikings twice.
Tough.
I mean, and they at the season finale, they get a rematch against the man who, unfortunately, that day, one of the best kicker in Packers history, could not hit the broadside of a barn.
I really, really, truly felt bad for him.
This is coming from a Lions fan as well.
Well, the thing of it is, once again, everybody's allowed to have a bad day.
Yeah, absolutely.
And sometimes your bad day comes at a very bad time.
He definitely had a bad day.
And his bad day came at a very bad time.
It did.
Because Green Bay could have really used him that day.
Yeah. And as we were just watching there, right, Kenny Galladay, a 2nd-year wide receiver, he was a 3rd-round pick. I mean, Bob Quinn is doing a great job building this football team.
Oh, yeah.
And Galladay, there's a lot of guys that are sitting there and saying, Baby Megatron, No, he's not Baby Megatron. To me, he's more like an Alshon Jeffrey.
Okay.
And the reason why I say that is because the stature's still the same, the catch radius is still there, and he's still got that same big playability, but he doesn't have the menacing kind of stature that Megatron did.
Oh, man, Megatron was scary.
Yeah.
I think sometimes to myself with this Pat Patricia team now, and I think to myself like, wow, what if Meg still was playing, man? What if you had Megatron out there right now? I think that they would be dangerous, man, if Megatron was still with this squad right now, today. Because Patricia's going to make sure the ball gets spread around, but then Megatron would be that deep threat that no one would want to see, man. And
For sure.
It would make teams feel real bad. You know what I mean? Because they couldn't stop him. And I wish he would just come out of retirement and just say, hey, you know what? Let me give my boys one more chance to win, man.
This would, honestly, I get the record and everything, but this would be a good time for that to happen.
Oh, man. He's been sitting out right now.
You have nothing.
He's sitting out right now.
Lions have a lot of weapons. They're one of the best man coverage teams in the league as well.
Healed. I think a lot of his injuries should be better right now because he had a lot of injuries going into his retirement.
For sure.
He should be feeling strong. Hopefully, he might not be in football shape right now, but he can get in football shape.
He can work himself into that. He can still win those 50-50 balls.
Come on, Johnson.
Oh, man. I see.
Come out of retirement.
Come out of retirement.
We're laboring for you, man. Come on.
The Meg. We're calling for you back, baby. We're calling for you back, man. Here, while we at it, let's bring Oh God, Jesus! Let's bring the man back.
You're not talking about Barry Sanders,
Let's
are
bring
you?
Barry Sanders back,
No,
man.
Barry
always
as great
still
as
look
Barry
good.
Sanders was. He's over the hill at this point in his life.
But
I don't want him to get hurt.
he's always there for support.
But he's always still in shape.
That's
man.
a fact. That is definitely a fact.
I mean, he's still always in shape. I saw the commercial with him doing running football drills. He still can do drills. Bring the old man out of retirement. Hey, look, we just put him down. One down.
He's always on the sidelines. He's always promoting. He's always there, but he's
better-
not on the field.
He better be lucky he ain't on my sideline. And I was the coach. I was like, look, pad up. Go get padded up. We putting you in, old man.
Well, look here. There's sideline. Who is the master of sideline antics right now?
Ooh.
I'm going to go with Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham, man. OBJ and the New York Giants. The master of sideline antics.
Mm-hmm.
That team,
Stinky.
they're 1-5. Their lone bright spot.
Stinky.
And God bless his soul at this point, Saquon Barkley. If it was not for him, they would be.
Joke.
They're already a joke, but they would be the unquestioned laughing stock of the league.
That kid is gonna be. He's only gonna get better.
Saquon is special.
He's only
He
gonna
truly is.
He's only gonna get better. An outstanding running back, and he's the only one that I see besides Eli that's just playing the game. Odell is just being the distraction that he is. He's almost, to me personally, I feel like maybe the Giants might have jumped the gun on giving him that money, because you bought into a problem.
They're committed at this point, and that's, you're exactly right. That is a
he's a problem. Man.
it's a $65 million guaranteed problem.
He's a problem. It's not Eli. I keep seeing these things. They like Eli or Odell, and I'm like, Eli is he's playing with what he got. He got an offensive line that can't protect him at all, and he's trying to make something out of nothing. Then he got a distraction over here that's just, man, I mean, that cries like a baby when he don't get the ball.
Yeah,
It's
and even when he does, he's still never happy about anything.
No, he's never happy
And
about
I get
anything.
it. Winning cures a lot of things, But seriously, I mean, what is your deal? And you were talking about the offensive line. That being
that O-line
a
is
massive problem.
That O-line is horrible, man.
It looked, at least on paper, like they had made some strides there, but definitely have to start questioning that. If they just released a former first-round pick, Eric Flowers. He got picked up by the Jaguars.
At this point,
now.
I think I can run through the O-line. I mean, they're not blocking worth crap, man.
Dude. Eli had. I'm gonna make another shout out here. Derek Forney. He pointed this out to me. Eli Manning has 1.7 seconds to get rid of the ball.
That is not crazy.
Nobody. I mean, even the great Tom Brady, he couldn't be able to do that.
Peyton used to.
Nobody could.
Okay, Peyton used to get rid of the ball at like 1.8 seconds, but that was design plays.
So you're still talking about a point. It's a 0.1.
Yeah, difference.
There's still the difference then between getting hit and completing a pass.
But what I'm saying was Peyton was doing plays that were designed for that. This guy is having to get rid of balls that are plays that are designed to throw down the field. Can't get you. I mean, there's no way
he's having to check down.
Yeah.
And I know,
right?
There's a lot of people. I mean, including his head coach Pat Shermer, who's begging, throw the ball in reference to get it further down the field. How in the hell can you do that?
He need
if
more
you
time.
Don't have the time.
He need time, man. I mean, good God. I hate to see a player in his career like this.
In the sporting sense, Eli Manning is dying a very painful and slow death.
A death
right
out
now,
there, man. You're death out there.
You know what? He's going down like a king, a martyr almost.
Oh yeah, really?
Because I mean, he's
going down fighting, man.
I hate making this reference, but he's essentially getting strung up on a cross right now. He's taking the massive beating for those that don't want to stand up for themselves, for those who actually don't want to deal with the negative criticism that's going on like some disease, like some bubonic plague. Odell Beckham is a disease. Yes, he is phenomenal as an athlete. He is phenomenal at making these patented one-handed grabs. But for the love of God, he is a terrible, terrible leader.
Terrible leader. You know, Eli is sacrificing himself just like his dad did.
He has become the sacrificial lamb.
Just
No
like
doubt
his dad
about
did
that.
for this exact same team.
The only difference between he and his dad is his dad didn't get rings to show for it.
Right, his
and
dad didn't
now
get rings, yeah.
It's like people have forgotten so quickly
That this man got them
about
two
that.
rings,
And
yeah.
who did he beat both times with that?
A
Freaking Brady.
very dangerous New England Patriot.
Exactly.
Not only that, though, he beat a New England Patriot that was undefeated.
Yeah.
Undefeated.
A team that looked, by all intents and purposes, invincible.
Invincible with the Randy Moss as his wide receiver. Man, come on, man.
Yeah.
I mean, this was a very dangerous Patriots team.
And don't forget about Wes Welker.
Oh, good God.
I mean, as well.
forgot about Big West, man. One of the greatest slot receivers to ever play the game of football.
He revolutionized the slot position. Truly. I've never have been a fan of Wes Welker, and I never will be. But you cannot argue with the productivity that man had. It was ridiculous.
When he came to Denver, he was a wet dream. He was, man. He was.
Oh, come on.
Hey, he was a wet dream, baby. I mean, Peyton was like, I got West finally. I got a slot receiver. I can actually get down and get it in there, baby. You know what I mean?
You know, he's the only. Wes Welker is the only player to catch a touchdown pass from both Tom Brady and Peyton Manning.
Yeah, ain't that cool?
Yeah, it really is.
And you know what? They asked Wes who did he think was the better quarterback. You know who he went with?
Gee, let me think.
Yeah,
I know what direction you're going with that.
And you know what's so cool about that is, you know, him and Tom are like best friends. So for him to say that he actually enjoyed playing for Peyton a little better than Tom, that's kind of cool.
I think that's more of a personality thing than anything else.
Oh yeah. I know that just made you mad, didn't it, Trey Hand?
Hey, yo. I stood on your Giants there for a second, so I don't want to hear it there, Trey.
Yeah, Trey Hand, man.
I wonder what he has to say about all this.
Yeah, I would love to know that. You know, Michael Strahan, come on. You know what? Comment on this. I would love to know what you have to say about what your Giants are doing right now.
Right out of the note, man.
I will spit fire on my Dallas Cowboys right now. They are straight garbage. Offensively speaking, the Dallas Cowboys are garbage.
Hey, I
love the defense, but come on.
You have to be a real man to know your team weakness. Hey, look, you just heard me going to ramble about the weakness in my team as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
you can be a fanboy all you want, but you have to be
reality based.
Yeah, you have to be realistic. You have to be objective.
Yeah, real shit.
Real talk.
Real fans.
Yep.
Real people. That's why you get words like that, because we're angry about football at the moment.
Really.
I mean, I love the Manning family, bro. So this is like a real sensitive thing for me, man. Like
I get that.
When we start talking about this, man, it gets real sensitive because I'm looking at a spoiled brat. You know, I'm looking at a spoiled brat bring the downfall of a legendary quarterback. Because whether you like it or not, people, Eli is a legendary quarterback, man. Eli made throws in Super Bowls that most quarterbacks would never make in a lifetime. Matter of fact, Cam Newton couldn't make throws like that when he played us in Super Bowl 50. And Cam's supposed to be everybody's love. This guy went up against Giants and brought them down. You know, so he's a legendary quarterback. Whether y'all like it or not, whether you want to call him elite or not, he is elite. I mean, the man got 2 Super Bowl rings against 2 very good teams.
You look here. You cannot spell elite without an E-L-I.
Brother.
That's all. That's so freaking off. I'm so proud of that.
No, real talk. Real man. Look, that was almost so poetic, man. I almost shedded a tear right there, bro. Because that's real, man. You know, everybody get this man such a hard time, but man, he's an elite quarterback, man, and they just don't give him respect. We were just talking about Brees not getting respect. Eli, a man who got 2 Super Bowls in his pocket, don't get any respect either, man.
I mean, he's got more Super Bowl rings than his brother does.
Who? No. Peyton got 2 now.
I stand corrected. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Of course, you would be the one to fix me on that.
Yeah.
So yes. You know what? I think at least for right now, we're done talking about all of that because we could go on all day.
Oh man, it's just terrible, bro.
Yeah. How about we do some pick'ems? Let's pick some games. Let's go run through the schedule. I think it's very safe to say that both of us would have picked the Eagles. I know that's very, very, very easy to say in hindsight, but we would have picked the Eagles to beat the Giants.
Of course.
I mean,
Of course.
A very pissed off Philadelphia team.
Of course.
Losing that to Minnesota.
Yeah.
They had to just be foaming at the mouth, just eager to come out there and just bust up the Giants, which is exactly what they did.
Carson Wentz, they got a lot to prove. Yeah, you know what I mean?
3 touchdown passes, 2 of which to Alshon Jeffrey.
Right.
Yeah. And Alshon Jeffrey, I picked the wrong week on this one. Last week I started Alshon Jeffrey because I was just like, you know what, I don't think Odell is going to do what he needs to against the Panthers.
And he had a big game against.
Yeah, he did. So then I was just like, you know what, okay, Alshon didn't do much. I mean, I know he's got the shoulder injury still. Okay, I'm going to start Odell and I'm going to bench. I mean, so I made the right decision, but I flipped the weeks. So I screwed up. I'm 0-2 on that. I mean, it happens, but whatever.
It's a thing of chance, man.
It truly is.
You never know, man.
It truly is.
You never know.
Let's get back on point.
I'm ready, baby.
We got a division game here. A lot is riding on this. You got 2 teams with losing records right now: the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons.
I'm picking the Falcons.
Okay.
I'm picking the Falcons just because I don't really believe in Winston, man. I think they should bring back Fitz Magic, man. I was never with that take Fitz Magic out, man. I never was with it. I'm still not with it. I'm not sold on this kid Winston, and I never will be. This Buccaneers defense is suspect big time, and I think
they got issues.
And with the offense like Atlanta, they can flourish with against a defense that got issues like that. So
they should be able to. You're right.
I'm going with Matty Ice and the boys, man. I'm rolling with them cats straight off the bat.
No problem. I'll second that. I'm going to say the Atlanta Falcons as well. Mm-hmm. And I don't think it really matters who's quarterbacking for the Bucs in that game. Mm-hmm. I mean, Atlanta's defense, they have some problems of their own,
right?
But
they can get the job done.
But I mean, but that Buccaneer defense is gonna get killed by Atlanta's offense.
Matt is laser. No matter how you feel about him, Matt can be laser, and he got an amazing receiving core.
Matty Ice baby. Okay, look here.
Mm-hmm.
Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. This game has a little bit more intrigue.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? I'm going to say I mean, as surprising as the Bengals have been, I feel like the Steelers are getting ready to turn a corner here. I'm going to go ahead and say the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Did you see that fire in Big Ben eyes last week?
I did.
That's why I'm going with Pittsburgh.
All right.
I haven't seen that in Big Ben in a while, baby.
Mm-hmm.
That's oh man, Bengals running into a buzzsaw, baby.
Yeah, I like the way that Andy Dalton has quietly led the Bengals to a 4-1 record. So that is respect. No doubt about that.
Respect.
But
I saw that.
But Pittsburgh is getting ready to come on here. If they don't come on now, they're not going to. It's not going to matter whether Le'Veon Bell comes back or not.
You're right, baby.
Chargers and the Browns.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
This is getting interesting here.
God, that's tough. That's tough. Ooh, I struggle with that one big time. I struggle with it very, very hard, man. Only because I know how great the Chargers can be, but I'm looking at a force of nature with Cleveland right now.
Cleveland could just as easily be 5-0, dude.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Think
about that.
They have become a force of nature, man. God, I'm going to go with Snoop Dogg on this one. I heard Snoop say Cleveland. So I'm going with Snoop. Big Snoop Dogg, what's up, cuz? I'm going with you, man. I'm going to go with Cleveland.
I'm going to go with the dog pound, too. You dig?
Yeah, you dig? Yo, West Side.
That was my Snoop. That wasn't that bad either.
No, it wasn't that bad at all. Actually, you sound real Snoop Dogg-esque.
So, yeah, going with the dog pound, man.
We're going to go. Hey, don't let me down, baby.
Yeah. Watch him fail.
Watch that. Watch Cry Me a River just tear him apart.
Oh, gosh. Bills and Texans. That's a really tough one to call. Flip a coin. Just flip a damn coin, please.
Because the Bills somehow done found some kind of and the Texans just had a big win over your boys.
They did.
And I think
that was a fantastic ball game.
Oh,
by the
man.
way.
Hey, man.
Dallas lost, but
game of the week.
Man, was that a great game.
Game of the week. It was game of the week, man. Especially how it finished off in OT, man, with that catch and the way that ball was running and spinning and spinning. Oh, my.
Looked like a pirouette out there,
God,
man. Just ballerina-esque. I mean, seriously. I mean, DeAndre Hopkins, he's one of the best receivers in football, and he doesn't get the credit he deserves.
That was a heck of a football game. You know what, man? That win against the Cowboys might be what the Texans needed. And you know what?
Because AFC South is garbage.
Yeah, you know what? Bump it. I'm going with the Texans. You know, I'm going with them. The Bills tough. The Bills are resurging. They look real good right now, but I'm going with the Texans.
I think home field advantage has an awful lot to do with this game.
Okay.
And that is literally the only reason why I'm going to take the Texans over the Bills.
Okay.
So I'm going to say Texans.
Oh yeah, yeah. You know what? I just thought about that too. If it would have been up in
Orchard
Buffalo,
Park, yeah, for sure.
Maybe I'll go with Bills. Yeah. I'm
All
with
right. Here's one that I don't think home field advantage is really going to make that much of a difference.
Okay.
The Bears and the Dolphins. It's at Miami, but
Chicago.
You're talking about Ryan Tannehill against Khalil Mack and the Chicago Bears defense. Come on.
I think I have never in my life seen one player change a whole franchise.
Like Khalil Mack is having a Lawrence Taylor type of impact on not just that Bears defense, but that Bears organization.
Besides what Peyton Manning did when he came to us and took us from an 8-8 team to a 12-4 to a 13-3 team,
Mm-hmm.
Khalil has came and just really morphed a whole franchise.
He truly has. And you know what?
I'm shocked, man.
Mitchell Trubisky, he had 5 touchdown passes.
Yeah, I know. The whole team.
Granted, they played Tampa Bay,
right?
But you can't help who you're playing.
I'm just
Your
saying,
job is to go out there and kick their ass.
No, the whole Chicago team
has
become something.
Yeah.
I'm serious. And it started with Khalil Mack.
It truly has.
Remember how they was stinking up the joint before he came over there? And then he comes and he just, wow. Hey, man, Chicago. I'm going with Chicago.
Bears.
I'm going with Bears.
Bears.
Yeah.
Just saying Bears.
I'm
just going to go ahead and just throw
the
it out
bare
there,
minimum, baby. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, man. Man, Khalil Mack, man. You might be the best defensive player. You know, I'm a Von Miller man, but Khalil Mack may be possibly the best defensive player in the league today.
Right now, he's my defensive player of the year.
Yeah,
I don't
me
think
too,
there's much dispute over that.
Yeah, nah, I think so too.
Cardinals and Vikings. It's at Minnesota.
Kirk gonna rip them apart.
You know what?
Kirk gonna rip them apart. He might have 6 touchdown passes.
It's gonna. I think it's gonna be ugly. I think the Vikings win that one without any trouble.
Yeah, I think Kirk gonna have at least 5 to 6 touchdown passes. If you're in your fantasy league, you better start him.
Look here,
because I think he's gonna tear them apart.
If the 49ers can make a game out of the Cardinals, what is? I mean, I understand it's relative. It's all about matchups and everything. Mm-hmm. But Minnesota, if they don't absolutely just rip into the Cardinals. Mm-hmm. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to sit there and heavily say, what is wrong with Minnesota? There's people saying that now.
Yeah, people are saying that now.
Those hollers are going to become echoingly loud. Ooh. I mean, it's going to be very, very, very bad.
And that's going to fall on that coaching staff because they got the players.
Who's your pick, Jevon?
I'm going with I'm going with the Vike Dogs.
Going with the Vikes. Okay.
The Vikes.
All right.
Do we got another stinker?
We got, yeah, we do.
Okay.
The Colts and the Jets. The Jets have won 3 of the last 4 matchups against the Colts, and you know what? I'm going to have to. No.
I'm going with the Colts, man.
Yes, exactly. I'm gonna snap that.
Uh-huh.
The difference between those games right there of the past versus now, Colts actually have a healthy Andrew Luck. I love what Frank Wright is doing with the Colts. These losses that the Colts have had, they've been close games.
Oh,
they've
fighters.
fought and they've battled. So, and then you're going up against a Jets team that I think is going to be a little bit big-headed following what has happened against your Broncos.
Because they destroyed my Broncos,
Yeah.
so they think they now.
Stuff.
Yeah, but hey, man, you never count out Andrew Luck, man. As much as I can't stand that Colts franchise, Andrew Luck, poor guy, he's a fighter at least. So
He truly is.
yeah,
He's an old school quarterback playing in today's game.
he's not healthy though. He's out there playing and he's not 100%. I can see it. I can see certain things. You know what I mean? I'm looking at certain things that's happening.
All right.
Yeah.
Here's one that is interesting. It's our first game in London this year.
Okay.
And you have Marshawn Lynch going up against his former team. So we've got the Raiders and the Seahawks at Big Ben in London, if you will.
Ooh, that's
So who would you be picking for this incredible matchup?
Ooh, that's gonna be a bang. Jeez. Oh God, I don't want to pick this game because
You have two West Coast teams that are going to be going toe to toe in Britain. Who do you got?
Good God. Oh, come on, man. Oh, it's gonna be a hard game to pick.
I'm just for the sake of argument, I'm going to say the Seahawks.
You're gonna go with the Seahawks.
I'm going to go with Seattle. Yes.
Okay. You going with Seahawks? So just for the sake of argument, I'm gonna split with you and go with Oakland. And as much
Why?
as I hate the Raiders, I'm gonna go with Oakland. I think Gruden got a lot to prove. I think Carr got a lot to prove, and you got Beast Mode going against his old team. He's gonna run them over.
Stack the box.
Stack the box.
Stack the box because you know it's going to be. They're going to try beast mode all game.
And you know what? Guess what happened when you stack the box, baby? Hey, man, you got a Derek Carter to go to the air.
Yeah, good point.
He'll go to the air. He's not afraid. So, this is a Bronco fan saying this. You know how much I hate Oakland. I hate the Raiders. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They disgust me.
It makes me want to just throw up all over my incredibly gorgeous table.
But I'm gonna go ahead. Let's just see who's going to win this one. I'm gonna go with Oakland, and you can go with. Since it's a coin toss,
It truly is.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. Whatever.
Okay.
You do your thing. This does not get anywhere near the notoriety as Marshawn going up against his former mates, but Josh Norman is going up against his former mates as well. So we got the Redskins and we've got the Panthers.
Oh man, don't matter. It don't even matter. That doesn't matter whatsoever. Panthers on a roll right now. They hot.
I think anytime you can win a game with a 63-yard field goal,
They hot, baby.
It's hard to go against that. I'm saying the Panthers.
Yes,
I'm saying the Panthers.
There's two teams in the same division that are both hot right now. The Panthers one of them, and the Saints is another one.
Yep.
So I'm going with the Panthers. But I'm just saying, I can't wait to see the Panthers versus the Saints, man, because we got two scorching hot teams that are going to go against each other. And the heat with the Panthers will not stop with Washington, trust me.
All right.
They're going to beat them.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Next up, we have the presently undefeated Rams against the Denver Broncos. It is at Mile High. It is our first snow game of the year as well. Temperature is going to be a high of 28, low of 15. It's it's in the middle of October. We have a team from Los Angeles, California going into that. That's one thing to keep in mind. A lot of people are making a big deal about the Rams and their offense going up against a Bronco defense that's having some issues. But I would like to point out something else. The Denver Broncos, we talked about their stable of backs. The Rams have not been able to shut down the run. These weather conditions are built for running the football. So I'm going to call the Broncos in an upset. You heard it here first. I'm going with the Broncos in an upset over the Rams. Mark it down right now. Put it down there. It's going to happen. The Broncos will beat the Rams.
Bronco country, y'all hear me and you hear me good. Because I'm finna give my William Wallace speech.
Uh-oh.
You better go in there. And you better get them Rams by the horn, baby. And I want you to ride them down into the ground. And you better pound that rock. You better run that rock. And then you better, Case Keenum, you better throw that rock. But don't throw it too much because you're not that good. But run that rock. You know, in defense, you better make Goff feel it. He like to throw down the field. He gonna get that butt hit. Because you can't throw downfield when you go against us because we got some pass rushers that'll make you feel it, boy. You better use your running back because we going to run you down. And it's get hard to breathe. And I don't know how many times y'all done played in Mile High, but it gets hard to breathe in that fourth quarter, baby. So I say that my Denver Broncos are taking these fools down. They're going down. They're going to get their one loss up in Mile High, and they're going to hate it. Come on.
Well, they ain't going to love it, but I loved that. That was great.
Go Bronco country.
We basically had poetry with Jevon without the poetry.
Yeah,
but that was poetic.
Woo! God, I got pumped.
I'm feeling it, baby.
Horsing, baby. Woo! Man, I got chills. I felt like a preacher.
Amen.
Amen.
Man.
Huh.
Yeah. Now.
Yeah.
The Jaguars and the Cowboys.
Oh man. I don't even want to hurt your feelings on this one.
You're not going to hurt my feelings. I mean, again, it's all about being objective. So, sorry. Cowboy fans, I know we have just a few of them watching, but I mean, just being honest, Dallas is undefeated at home. This game is at home.
Yeah, but
it doesn't matter whether this game is at AT&T, if it's at Jacksonville, or if it's in freaking London. The Jaguars will go in there, and it's not good. That Dallas's offense against that defense, not gonna be pretty. Literally the only hope that Dallas has is to win the turnover battle and actually get points directly off of those turnovers. Because Bortles will turn the ball over.
I was about to say that. I was going to say you guys have a better chance than you even think. Because Blake Bortles is playing horrible.
This is defense versus defense.
Yeah.
Seriously.
It really is. And to me, if I have to put Bortles against Dak Prescott, I think you guys have the better quarterback. I think Dak is better than
What does that say exactly at this moment?
It's not saying a whole lot. I'm just saying that you guys have a better chance of winning this game than you think. I do think Jacksonville is going to win, but I think that it's not going to just be a blowout because of Blake Bortles. He's not a very good quarterback. He's terrible. And he's going against a defense that can get after him. You know, Cowboys have a very good defense. They can get out. They can definitely put pressure on him, and he'll throw interceptions. So
yeah.
So I'm picking the Jaguars, but I wouldn't be shocked if somehow or another the Cowboys might pull off a surprise victory. So I'm just saying.
Okay, so we're both saying Jags.
We're both saying Jags.
All right.
But I'm giving the Cowboys hope.
I appreciate the love that you threw my direction there. I find it somewhat misplaced, but you know what? I'll take it any way I can get it.
It's not misplaced, man. Seriously, if you think about it, man, come on, man. You know, at least you got a running game and a good quarterback, man. What do they got over there on the offense in Jacksonville?
They have a wounded Fournette he can't stay healthy. I mean, he's a phenomenal talent that can't stay healthy.
Come on now, man. This is not as far-fetched as we think. You know.
I'm not going to change my pick, but I'm starting to buy into his logic a little bit.
Right.
We talked about two great defenses. We got two of them that are top 5 going up against each other for this particular matchup.
Okay.
The Ravens and the Titans.
Ooh,
that could be a little
bit
interesting.
It's going to be some hits in that game.
It should be. It really should be. The Titans have been very impressive.
Oh, yeah, they have.
Surprising.
Yeah.
I mean, the game that they lost last week.
Well, still, they were always in there, man.
I mean, they came out there. They laid an egg against Buffalo,
right?
But this is a Titans team that under Matt Vrabel has really done a good job. He learned a lot down there in Houston under Bill O'Brien and Romeo Crennel.
Okay,
I mean it is a Patriot script that went over to Tennessee.
Yeah,
and they're winning games because of their defense, because their offense, it's been the C- at best, but their defense has been A+.
Yeah. fantastic. A fantastic defense. I'm a big fan of Tennessee, but Baltimore then woke up, man.
Okay.
Somebody then gave them some coffee, and they are alive, man. And maybe it's a huge part that Flacco's fighting for his job, so he didn't found his own little voice now, because I think before he was fighting for his job, he was becoming lackadaisical. Like, ain't nobody gonna take I'm Joe Flacco. You pay me a lot of money. I won you a Super Bowl. You ain't gonna get rid of me. As soon as they drafted that young quarterback, now Flacco then kind of woke up a little bit.
He flipped the script a little bit.
He flipped the script, and the defense...
Flip the switch, rather. Excuse me.
Yeah, flip the switch. And the defense has definitely woke up as well. So, I don't know, man. I'm going with Baltimore, actually.
You going with Baltimore? I'm going with the Titans.
Good job. Good job. You can very well be right.
One of us will be. Unless it's a tie. We've already seen 2 of those this year.
Yes, we have. And that's due to because teams are really getting good. Yeah.
It also has to do with the fact that these 10-minute overtimes and everything else and whatever. This could be a very, very interesting matchup. The Chiefs and the Patriots. I'm going to throw something out here that Peter Schrager with NFL Network pointed out. And this was a phenomenal stat that nobody else realized. Quarterbacks that go into Foxborough aged 25 and under are 1-41. Guess who has that one win? Colin Kaepernick in 2012. I think that Patrick Mahomes becomes quarterback number 2 to do that. I'm picking the Kansas City Chiefs to remain undefeated. They're going to go to Foxborough, and they're going to make the Patriots a 500 ball club by the end of Sunday night.
This is finna hurt. But I'm finna go ahead and say it. No way. What we know about Bill Belichick is he eats young quarterbacks for breakfast.
Hence the 1-41 record that I just spoke of. Exactly.
He loves him some young meat. He puts it on the grill. He cooks it up real nice and fine, and he seasons it up and he eats it. He becomes...
Let that marinate, guys.
Yeah, he eats it up. He's a cannibal, man. And he loves young quarterback meat.
I was getting really hungry until you started throwing cannibal in there.
Oh, yeah. Mahomes going to come up there with the all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. He got all these wins, and his offense is number 1. But I'm going to tell you right now, man, Bill Belichick likes you. He wants you to come up there. He loves strategizing against young quarterback. Ask Andrew Luck. He's made him look like a fool several occasions. He likes young quarterbacks, baby.
That's a fact.
And he's finna cook you up like barbecue and put a little good sauce on top of you. You're going down, Mahomes. Y'all getting one loss, baby. The game is over with. The Patriots gonna beat you. You're in Foxborough. It's cold. It's nasty. It's dirty. The Patriots are dirty. And they definitely dirty at home. There's no way on God's green earth that Bill Belichick will let you walk out of Foxborough still undefeated. He will not. He will will his team to win. Tom Brady ain't willing his team to win. I get tired of Tom Brady getting all the love that Bill Belichick deserves, because it's Bill Belichick that makes these changes at halftime that kills teams. It's Bill Belichick that get on these players' asses that makes them play better and way above their pay grade. You know what I mean? Bill Belichick won't let you leave that place undefeated, I promise. Patriots.
So who are you going for?
Oh, Patriots.
You're going for the Patriots.
Yes.
That's just all you need to know.
Yeah.
Coming from a Broncos fan, cheering for the Patriots, it's got to be pretty big, right?
I don't
think he's cheering for the Patriots. I just think he's just really thinking they're going to win.
Yeah, I do. Look, okay. I got a story, man. Not a long story, but this is a little story. When New England went to the Super Bowl and they were in the Super Bowl against they were going against the Seattle Seahawks, you know, just a year before that the Seahawks embarrassed us in the Super Bowl. So I had a very anger. I was really angry.
Very bitter taste in your mouth.
I was really angry toward the Seahawks, man. I hated them son of a guns, and I wanted them to go down. That was the very first Super Bowl I actually cheered for the Patriots. I wanted the Patriots to beat them because Seattle had got the big head. They thought their defense was invincible, and it was time for somebody to sit them on their booty. And I'm feeling the exact same way right now. Kansas City thinks they're invincible. They think they can't be beat, and I'm ready for them to get set on their head. And what better team to do it than the team that loves to sit people on their head, the Patriots.
Fair enough. Okay. So really it's more of a matter of you cheering against the Chiefs than cheering for the Patriots, though.
Yes, very much so.
Okay. All right.
Very much so.
All right. Last up, the Monday Night Laugher that is on the dock board here. The 49ers and the Packers at Lambeau. It would take something of a minor miracle for San Francisco to win this game, I think. And I do believe in miracles, but it ain't happening on Monday night. I'm going with the Pack.
Hey, man, I hope that the 49ers have did their research on the Lambeau leap, because there's going to be a lot of Lambeau leaping going on Monday night. Oh, it's definitely the Packers. I predict Aaron Rodgers 5 touchdowns. 5 touchdowns for 360 yards, man. He's gonna rip them apart. He's pissed. He's angry, and that kicker will not miss a field goal in that game.
Oh, I definitely believe that. Mm-hmm. That's not going to happen.
He's scared right now.
Do you have something to say, Miss Cesar? How unfortunate. Do you have any closing remarks before we wrap this puppy up?
Man, you know what? I gotta say that despite all these horrible, terrible rules that the NFL is implementing, this you can't touch the quarterback crap and all this crap that's going on, I'm actually enjoying this football season. I'm enjoying these games
in spite of it.
In spite of it, because they're really dampening and putting a large poop on football right now. But with that being said, I'm still somehow finding a way to love this game, and it's fun right now.
It's unpredictable.
Unpredictable. You never know what's going to happen week to week.
And yet we're predicting games.
Yeah, we're predicting games. But it's a fun. It's really kind of a fun time to be a football fan. If you take away the tomfoolery, you don't know what's going to go on. One minute your team might be losing, the next minute your team on a winning streak. So it's like it's awesome to be a fan right now. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So yeah. I'm liking what's going on.
Okay. Yeah, I mean I'm enjoying it too.
Yeah.
And really kind of in spite of some of these very, 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 very questionable calls.
Horrible.
And we can say that because I doubt very significantly that the NFL will fine us. So
yeah. Talk,
I'm gonna throw that. By the way, we do not own any of the rights to the footage that we rolled earlier. So thank you for that one, NFL. Just gonna say that real quick too.
Hey, hey, NFL, I got a finger for you guys, man, for all your hard effort of trying to keep quarterbacks safe.
If you like it, then you should put a ring on it, NFL. All right.
No, it's not that finger. It's not the one.
Okay.
It's not.
It's the one just
slightly over.
Okay, gotcha.
It's slightly over.
It's not quite reading between the lines.
Yeah.
But it's definitely implied. Anyway,
it's youngsters that's watch the show, so I gave them a different finger.
I definitely appreciate that. I'm sure that the viewers definitely appreciate that as well. Be sure to like, share, follow, comment.
Please. Please.
Our page on Facebook.
Yes.
On Twitter.
On YouTube. Yeah.
You have it. You name it. We got it. We love it. So, that being said, as always, thank you for watching our show. From all of us here at Sports at Night, Real Fans, Real Talk. I'm your host, Todd Knight, Jevon Superman Miller, and the lovely Hazar Knight. Thank you all for taking time out, and we'll see you on the other side, baby.
Congratulations, Drew. Congrats, man.
Congratulations to the Drew Brees, man.
Yeah.
Who dat baby.
Much love.
Yes. I think it's so awesome to do a couple commercials. Oh, nice. Who that?